beautiful Cancer friends, and welcome to your horoscope for February of 2021. For Cancer this month, the 8th house is absolutely lit. It is the strongest house that you've got going in the chart, which tells me that your joint connections to other people and other resources are quite strong this month. As well, we are coming into the month with Mercury retrograde, but it's actually not a terrible retrograde or anything like that, because Mercury will spend the beginning part of the month nestled in between all the rest of the planets that are moving forward, packed into a stellium in this 8th house. So it's actually very good. I do have a couple cautions that I want to give to you this month, so we'll get into that in just a second. Keep in mind, beautiful Cancer, that the eat and greets are continuing to go on. We've got beautiful friends coming this month, and you can find out when they're coming and about our guests as well on my website at stormiegrace.com, where I've got a beautiful calendar right there on the home screen, so you can check it out and see who's coming and when. As well, I hope you're taking advantage of the winter solstice appointments. They are available until they're not. They're first come, first serve, but they are yours to take advantage of. All of that information is in the description box down below. All right, Cancer, let's get in here and talk about what's going on this month. So like I said, we're coming into the month with Mercury in retrograde. So it means the mind, our thinking, our communications, they are moving towards things of the past. So it doesn't have to be past like 18 years ago. It certainly can, but things maybe even in the last couple months that needed your attention brought to them in a very 8th house way, a joint or a connected resource, things like that, okay? As well, Mars is in the energy of Taurus still as we're here this month. So we're still moving slow and steady is the pace of the month, but we are moving. So just keep that in mind. Now on the 1st, Venus is going to move into the energy of Aquarius. So this is where she's joining this beautiful stellium of planets that you can see over here on the chart. We've got the Sun, we've got Mercury who's retrograde. We're going to have Venus who's in there, Jupiter and Saturn. So it is a packed stellium of 8th house energy, which means that as the 8th house is stimulated, the 8th house is joint resources, intimacy, sex, astrology, counseling, transformation, taxes, inheritance. All of those things are on the table under this very serious stellium of energy. So you want to take advantage of it. But Venus moving into this particular place is an indicator to us that, one, Venus is magnetizing this area, so she's pulling resources to you. She's pulling resources towards your partner. As you're doing taxes and we're doing the end of the year, wrap it up kinds of things, Venus is actually magnetizing this area. And I am seeing for you, Cancer, I'm not sure who this is. Please tell me in the comment section down below, but maybe you've been looking for like an angel investor, or you've been looking for someone to invest in something that you're doing, or like a collaborative effort, but you need the other resource to come to the table for you to be able to move forward. So please let me know if that's you in the comment section down below. But Venus is going to help with this particular energy, so make sure you really dig into that. Now, I also want you to pay attention under this stellium of energy that we've got happening here. If you've got a chart that has high fixed energy, okay, you want to look at all your fixed signs, of course, and see what's happening in your chart. But if you have a chart that's high in fixed energies, pay attention to them, because they are very stimulated by this particular stellium of planets grouped together here in the 8th house, okay? On the 11th, we're going to add a little bit of extra energy to this particular house as well by having a new moon in the energy of Aquarius. So the new moon, we're going to plant our seeds of intention, but under the new moon, we're planting in the dark. It's the darkest phase of the moon. So we plant in intuition, in instinct. It's the time where we plant our intentions in the soil of magic, okay? So make sure that as this new moon is rolling around, what do you want in your 8th house? What do you want from your joint resources, from your intimacy, from sex, from your deep connection with other people, for your own transformation and detoxing, right? Do you need to declutter? What do you need to get rid of, Cancer? This is a wonderful time for that deep level of transformation, healing, counseling. All of those kinds of things become abundantly available to you. So request the help, request the guidance here at this new moon. On the 12th, we're going to welcome in the Chinese New Year. And while I am not a Chinese astrologer, I do love to follow the symbolism of this metal ox this year. Determination, hard work, building, not rebuilding, building something of your own here. How gorgeous is that when we talk about having a guide or a symbol for what you're doing this year? Build something beautiful for yourself this year, Cancer. Get your fingers into the ground, ox it out, and let's see what your determination bores fruit of as we get to the end of this year, okay? On the 14th, it's Valentine's Day, and even if you don't like Valentine's Day, I love Valentine's Day, and I'm really into you, so I'm sending you Valentine's love, okay? As well, we'll be having transiting Mercury. Yes, transiting Mercury, but Mercury retrograde in conjunction with Jupiter. As these two come into a conjunction in Aquarius in your 8th house space, this is beautiful communication. But it gives me this idea too that you're going back to an idea, or you're going back to something that you were trying to expand out and you're revisiting a contract, a conversation, or something like that. Venus is still in this 8th house space for you. So she's also going to magnetize the energy of Aquarius. So bring love, bring a magnetism and a harmony to it. So I think that this is actually very good if you are that investor, or your partner is going for a promotion at work, or something in your joint resources. Oh, an inheritance. This could be a great day that you find out something about a movement in an inheritance or a tax situation as well, okay? On the 17th, we're going to walk into that Saturn-Uranus square, the first one of the year. Saturn's over in the energy of Aquarius in your 8th house. Uranus is in Taurus over here in your 11th house. As these two are squaring together, they are putting you under pressure that is stimulating you, Cancer, into action. It's saying, take action, make a decision here. Now, you get to choose what the decision is, but the energy itself will provide the tension, okay? Now, my suggestion here is do not resist change. Don't resist change. You've got to be flexible and adaptable, which is really hard. These are fixed energies that are squaring. So instead, look at where you have too many fixed ideas. Where are you being too fixed and you need to loosen the grip just a little bit? Where do you need to actually take on that commitment and responsibility instead of moving away from it, right? Things like that. The other thing I'll tell you is with fixed energy, one of the things they like are step-by-step, very methodical approaches to things. So be patient, be steady, pick a path, be willing to be flexible to see where you're being maybe too fixed in something so that these energies, the square, can push you into a dynamic transformation forward. Now on the 18th, we see the sun move into the energy of Pisces. This is going to light up your 9th house space. Now the sun in the general acts as your financial planet. It's the ruler of your 2nd house in the general. So as the sun moves into the energy of Pisces in the 9th house, which is the sun in its joy, it's a benefic energy for you. So this is a sign that we have some financial goodness, some financial prosperity available and on your table as the sun moves here. Then as we continue on the 20th, we're going to see Mercury coming direct, so out of retrograde. Decisions you've been making in your joint resources, the conversations, the collaborations, therapy, the things that you've been working on in that deep house are now going to be available. You'll be motivated to have the benefit of them with the sun in Pisces. On the 25th, Venus will move into the energy of Pisces now as well. So love of foreign lands, value a relationship that's of a higher level, a higher caliber. This could definitely be great for any studying, traveling that you're doing, publishing, marketing, broadcasting. All of those things are absolutely beautiful for you here too. Now, again, if you have a partner or you're connected to someone who doesn't live close to you, there's a distance between the two of you, this will actually bring a harmony to what you're doing in that relationship and in that conversation as well. Yes, for legal things, this is an energy for legal things where actually one of the things I keep seeing is that you maybe have a family member or a parent figure and something's happening with them this month, Cancer, and it's like it's heavier around the finances, or it's like it doesn't last very long, but it's something around the finances for maybe family or a family member. So I would pay attention to that. But what it would also tell me too is that you maybe have the financial means or you have the value means to handle whatever this particular situation is that comes up. On the 27th, we've got a full moon happening in the energy of Virgo at 8 degrees, lighting up your 3rd house space. Now, a full moon says that something has to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted, so we need to make a shift. And Virgo here is going to see the pattern of what needs to be shifted. So in your 3rd house, do you have a communication pattern? Do you have a thinking pattern? Do you have a pattern with your siblings or in your housing or something like that? Virgo is going to help to shift and bring it to an end so that it course corrects, right? You want it to get in the best possible track. Now, Virgo is also a natural writer and producer of content. So if you've been holding on to ideas or you've been trying to finish a writing, a paper, you're working on coursework, you're studying something, Virgo is going to be a helper to you in this particular area so you can transition it over the next 4 weeks into what it needs to be next. But there will be a proper ending of something so that something else can begin as well. Now, as we close out this month, Cancer, I actually really love it next to your water energy. We're going to end with a grand trine in Earth. The moon in Virgo, we've got Pluto over in Capricorn, and we've got the Mars over in the energy of Taurus. So between your 3rd, 7th, and 11th houses, there's a lot of communication that seems to be on the table for you as we get to the end of this month. But under that grand Earth trine, it's a pocket of practical, sturdy, stable, material opportunity. You can do something, real feet on the ground kind of energy, but you have to go to the opportunity. So something I would think of is taking advantage of social connections, taking advantage of creating relationships through social networks this month. Do it practically, do it in a grounded, steady way, and have a lot of patience with it so that that can develop. But go to that trine, go to that opportunity and take advantage, and then watch the abundance and the benefits that come to it as well, okay? All right, my beautiful Cancers, I think it's going to be a brilliant month. I don't think it's going to feel absolutely perfect for everyone, and that is not the point of these forecasts. The forecast is to give you a little bit of information of what's coming so that you can help make some decisions in advance. Think your strategy through. Plan a little bit the best that you can. Do the planning, leave the outcome to the universe, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, I hope you like this video. Comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so that as I'm uploading or doing live streams, we can connect and you know about it right away and you don't miss a thing. All right, my friends, I love you so much and I'll see you next month. Bye, Cancer.